Hey, it's Domain Dave from CheapWineFinder.com again with another summer wine, a value-priced summer wine. I was going to do a bigger red wine until the 90-degree weather moved in, and I thought, we should get something on ice that's white. So what I have is a wine, Raimat Organic Albarino 2022. It's from the Catalunya in eastern Spain near Barcelona. It's from Reventos, who I think are the originators of Cava, and they own a bunch of different wines, including Gloria Ferrar and Sonoma. So the Cava is a Spanish version of Champagne, and Gloria Ferrar does California version of Champagne, though they can't call it Champagne. And we have here an Albarino, which is a Spanish wine, and this is like one of my cliches when I have one of these wines. I always say, why don't I drink more of this? And then I don't ever drink it until the next time when I say, why don't I drink more of this? But this is kind of really true. This is a very interesting wine. It's organic. It's sustainably farmed. It's from a state vineyards. Raimat is a winery that's been around since 1914, which gives it 110 years old. I was reading where Albarino vines can be up to 300 years old. Not that they said these are, but it's some of the oldest living vines in the grape world, the grape wine world. And they have multiple vineyards. But one interesting thing about this is that it is oak barrel fermented, which you kind of see that in Chardonnay occasionally, and maybe in a couple others, but this is something for a wine I found for $8.49. I found it at Trader Joe's for $8.49, though it's available other places. But the range of prices I saw on the web, just a quick check, I didn't do anything exhaustive, was from $10 to $14. So $8.49 is a good price if you have a Trader Joe's near you and you're interested. That's the place to get it. I'm going to take a sip. This is an interesting wine. It is also aged after they've barrel fermented it. It's aged for another 10 months in oak barrels. And they also age it en lees. En lees is just a French word that means that the dead yeast is in the barrel. And they use bâtonnage. Bâtonnage means that they stir it. They use a stick. But they stir it daily for 10 months. And the more you stir it, the creamier the wine gets. So Albarino is already a wine that's young fruit. It's not unlike Sauvignon Blanc, but it seems to be a little smoother, a little bit more fruit, more nectar. It's a dry wine, but it doesn't have this spikiness or the brightness that a Sauvignon Blanc would have, but this is in that category. I'm gonna take another sip. That creaminess, that vanilla changes everything. I really like this wine. It's a change of pace. They always say when they have these wine competitions that the one wine that tastes different from the others always wins because everybody else kind of get used to it. And there's only so many things you can do to a wine. So it's, so you kind of get used to things and something new jumps out. And this is something new and it jumps out in a very good way. For $8.49, this might be the best $8.49 white wine I've ever had. There's new ground being broken all the time. It's full of flavor. There's not just one flavor. They're all over the place. And then you get this vanilla going on, and you get melon, and you get peach and pear, and you get green apple, and you get maybe guava and nectarine. I got a little bit of tangerine, just a little slap of tangerine. Maybe a touch of honey here and there. All for a under $10 wine. And then you get the oak, which not like California where you're going to get creaminess and it can get cloying. That nowadays, even in California, that doesn't happen very often. But you get a certain roundness and a certain weight on the palate that the oak will give you. So you get the bright, fresh fruit, then you get the weight too. Yeah, I like this wine. I'm going to take another sip. The Albarino is one of those grapes that the wine people always like because it has minerality. And that seems to be like their favorite thing, to have minerality in wine. And I don't care if it has minerality or not. Though if it's there, I do like to see it. But there you go. So this is a wine that is, if you want something a little bit different, you want something you can put on ice. You want a wine that, this might not be the 95-degree weathered summer wine, but the 72 degrees at night summer wine that's got a little bit more body to it. But at $8.49, you can't really beat it. This is the Raimat Organic Albarino 2022. It's sustainably farmed. It's not vegan friendly. So don't drink vegan. Actually, all you're getting is when they use egg whites to fine it, take the lumps out. That egg whites are not vegan friendly. So there you go. This is a wine that I really like. This is Dave from cheapwinefinder.com. It's funny how you can get all these really interesting wines and not spend a lot of money. So that's it for me. I've got a fancy wine coming up next, a big red. We'll kind of wait till the heat dies down, but we'll get that in a couple of days. So adios, keep it cheap, and I'll be talking to everybody in a couple of days. Bye-bye.